Welcome, one and all, to day 17 of the One-Legged Streamathon. Hope you can hear me okay. We're just about to get started here. I'd like to welcome each and every one of you, though, to what I'm going to call the Lucid stream. Yesterday and the day before, we opted for some non-stop climax action in initiating our Platinum Week with Bayonetta. So, as a result of that, I feel like it's only right, in sticking with Feng Shui and the overall great balance of the world, to take things back a notch and hit the opposite end of the spectrum. So today, we're going to be playing some very, you could say, relaxing, more... well, I shouldn't even say that because Bayonetta is very rhythm-based, but these games are very much so musically oriented, rhythm-based, visually pleasing, aesthetically pleasing in many ways, in fact. But games where things aren't moving quite as fast, there's not, well, things are still very dense, there's a lot going on, but it's a different kind of tone. We're going for a different atmosphere today. It's hump day. Some of you guys might be thick in the middle of your work week. You got some stress bearing you down. You got some projects to finish up. You got people breathing down your neck. Here in the Lucid stream is where you can release yourself of all that and find new inner peace. A center with a strong, positive resolve, a core that is just nothing but you and the world around you, as we see here on screen, with this character who I will tell you the lore of right here and now. Let me tell you guys a story before we get into Lucid stream here. The theme in these games that I'm about to play, and the similarities, first and foremost, so that they are made by the same man. These games are going to come from the mind of Tetsuya Mizuguchi, one of my favorite developers, one of my favorite minds, period, I suppose, as he has consistently come out with very thought-provoking, very out-there type of ideas, very new thoughts, very progressive ideas, both technologically, visually. He's a man of the senses, and the core of these themes is very much so having a synesthetic experience. And synesthesia is kind of that way of combining the senses into one, where people might say that they can smell colors or, you know, see sounds. It's very much so something that I've always been fascinated by and engaged in, and something that I really applaud Mizuguchi-san for exploring in this way with his video games. So that's why we're going to take a break here and get into that. And not only is it made by Tetsuya Mizuguchi, but these are both published and made by Q Entertainment. And they all center around the same idea, or they all revolve around the same idea. Where we're not going to play this one quite yet. The one that you see on your screen, we're going to get into later on this evening. But I wanted to start here, actually, both as a way to stress test the stream, and because this image in front of you does very much so symbolize the journey that we're about to embark on. Excuse me. You see this girl in the middle of what looks like some kind of system, some kind of universe of sorts, a galaxy in a way. And the first game we're going to play has the same thing going on for it. There is a bit of a narrative in that you're a being seeking out what's known as a virus in this other universe, a digital universe, but very much so a universe in and of itself, which you will see visually here coming up. And while traversing through this universe, and when you get to the center of the galaxy, you uncover an existence, a being, some kind of sentience with a almost godly or angelic presence about it, or aura about it. Both of these games are going to explore that same idea, and in many ways Mizuguchi has opened up this world that he created, starting with Rez in many ways, even beyond video games. If you're unaware, Tetsuya Mizuguchi helped form a musical group and or artist, and this artist stars this character you see before you. She is the centerpiece of the musical work and band. Her name is Lumi. And Lumi has been around and in Mizuguchi's mind for years, even prior to the release of this game, and I think Rez was what started the exploration of the idea of a Lumi. But this band, Genki Rockets, this group, starring Lumi, is also very much about the same ideas that he explores in his games, in this game in particular, which I believe to be his kind of swan song in a way. And she's known in the group and in this game as kind of an alien life form, or an entity of sorts, that looks down on the earth and yearns for a different kind of life, or a life among that world. And all of her songs and all of the music and all of these games are just all about the idea of promoting life and promoting balance in the universe and joy among those that get to live in it and experience it and all of the senses within it. Just those little things, just that ability to explore those senses and have those experiences and see and smell and hear these things on Earth is what she seeks out as something she wants to help preserve. And that's what those songs are all about, and that's what this other game, Rez, coming up is all about as well. But consider this the preface to the night, the preface to our Lucid stream for the evening. And I hope you keep this image in mind as we play through Rez, because the visuals here are going to be quite a bit different. We're going to go back a generation. This is a game that originally came out on the Dreamcast and was eventually re-released for the Xbox 360 and I believe PS3, known as Rez HD. We're going to be playing that here right now to start off our Lucid stream, and I hope that this introduction has helped set the tone and pace for what you're about to witness and experience.